he'd be the one I'd pick out.
Okay, let's take a pause for the anthems, and this is going to be something. Well, we were talking about the second row before that, Pedro Acosta. Absolutely. Quick word about Marc Marquez then from the third row, all over the place a bit yesterday. What can he do today? He was second in warm-up, which is always ominous.
He's the dark horse, which we go, how can he be the dark horse? It's Marc Marquez, but he's coming from the third row of the grid. He's had zero.
What is that?
It's all about the start.
All about start.
He's going to have to be aggressive.
I don't know if he knows how to do that.
Exactly. What he's going to have to do is not be too aggressive and pick up another penalty. So I've got a feeling certain eyes...
Race day here in Lombok, and it is hot in Indonesia at this sumptuous Mandalika, brink of a perfect weekend for Aprilia. But that victory, yes, dashed out. He'll want redemption after Neil Hodgson. Predict the future, my psychic.
Have steamed up
Have
now.
you been swimming? Genuinely.
It's hotter than what's coming. You've got it wrong. It's just... that has to be...
Literally 3 on the rear soft tyre. The Yamahas of Giannini, Binder and Acosta on the KTMs. There's 7 laps of from pole position, and he's going to be swallowed up again. Luca Macchi goes wide, puts himself up again. Bezzecchi is behind Marquez.
Good start, aggressive into turn 1. I think he's just got up the inside of...
Easier.
What a bad move that was.
No.
There was no... I've never seen anyone even...
Maybe panicking the fact he was back in. Just didn't realise how much...
It was... trying to turn under Marc Marquez.
Here we go again, and look, it's just where the Aprilia Bez himself is going to go down so heavy.
What you've said, Bezzecchi's ended up there. He's done that horrible target fixation.
Straight to him.
I think Marquez is injured.
I think he is.
Mark's had
none of them have won a race. Winner inside the top 10. But at this race, Marc Marquez is not going to finish at this time by himself.
You're right.
Pecco Bagnaia is at the back. He's able to battle today. He was pushed wide by Marc Marquez. Mark can't even raise his hands again all the time. He used to pop them back in for fun.
Look at this. It's and sitting Mark up.
Long, haven't they?
His mind right now after
one week ago.
everything.
And he looks injured.
He's made of Teflon. He's
surviving this weekend. That was
Phillip Island, Australia.
That now leading in the race as we head on to lap 4 behind him.
Just to sort of see
in 2022
in that wet race,
slightly different.
If it works for you, it works for you. And that's before we start talking about how hot it is.
Alex Rins, how hard it is to exist
Tell you that.
Luca Marini.
The meter perfect. It wasn't dirty.
Second place now, and it's Murcia one coming out of this weekend. I'm sorry to say.
He's not a brain out sort of rider. He's
giving up on
exactly.
occasion.
Yeah. So it's
same pace as Raul Fernandez. And actually, with that medium rear tyre in, we know quickly. I think it was just.
That Mark's got a bigger one.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the end of your collarbone, that can be fixed relatively
here this weekend.
Yeah.
With an ongoing all the way back at Saksikan from that qualifying crash. His hand injury from the top Ducati, the only Ducati in the top.
Pedro Acosta, proper rivals. Pedro, what's Pedro now? 21. It's together all through their careers
over this year. It got a bit frosty. Here comes you up the pace. You need to almost give yourself room.
Too early because it's
move behind for Raul Fernandez, who Aldeguer got into the dirty part. He was yesterday.
That Honda stops well,
and that's
exactly what I was thinking. I'm going to be in a position where I'm going to be commentating on Raul Fernandez.
The last few weeks, as the sort of rider, Raul Fernandez, it's all of him. Just one crash. It was early that he's got it wrong. And
so Mark's hard to
I think
watch.
a dislocation maybe.
Do you know what? I know this. I don't. As he
that crash again. I was just at my eye in the corner. He has taken over at the top. Rookies winning Grand Prix in their Valentino Rossi. That's the kind of rider racing, and this is the move, Neil.
Yeah, Pedro's already now waiting for the cutback. He's going to just squeeze the brake off here, and he's going to push Aldeguer him through. come through. Because
Aldeguer with the soft fronts were an issue yesterday for Luke.
just brute force and passion there, rear grip throughout the race.
To the back of the field once more. 1/3.
And 2.5 seconds off weekend, pole position, 2 wins.
Davide Tardozzi can't wait to turn that. But they won the team's championship yesterday. Marquez, the second Gresini rider, or 17. Ash.
Whatever it is, it doesn't feel right. I mean, just looked strange. And that reaction for these tyres.
Phillip Island, there will be a asymmetric.
Just for an update.
What is she? Both riders with 0 points out of.
For me.
Like in Austria, for example, was gutted, but he's for a young kid, 20 years of age, for his perseverance this weekend. Alex Marquez has got through, feel it. Luca Marini's getting a feel for this.
Out at the front, he's got such a way better pace. If Pedro's going to try and, as he squared him off,
he's surely not going to stay ahead here, Aldeguer. Keeping him in this one. It's his fight.
It's roadblock stuff now. He's
Pedro.
Wow. Look what they've lost on that.
This is Aldeguer's to lose from this stage. As we have heard, between Acosta and so Marini needs to work it out and block off as much as he can. We could be in a situation with their respective teams. Underneath Acosta.
Yeah, that Honda's turning better. It's
time through turn 12 for Luca Marini.
These battles, but normally, rather than it being a battle.
In the podium fight. Ace. It's a remarkable. If you're back in the UK.
For me,
go on, for me, Aldeguer.
if he's looking at his pit board, he'll be thinking, my tyres out.
Got through the change of direction where we know that KTM can feel heavy.
Just closing in.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Everyone is. You see all the group, there we go again, turn 12. He pulls tight. That is opportunity. Brings his clutches and has all the work to do again.
He does not. A big putt, he's got nothing to fight with.
Extremes, a hang on the outside. Marini on the brake, surely now for the Honda.
Tim just is struggling at the moment. And will and stubbornness. I'm not having it. Wheels now bunching up.
That's what I said, it's one group. Back to the
Moto3. If you haven't watched that best.
Alex Rins having a look at.
Did he not retire a while ago?
No. He's been
fit. He's not got on with the Yamaha, to be honest. He's been
away from the podium positions now.
Yeah, that's yeah. Behind everyone's trying to work on their exits.
So there's a gun. He's retired from the race. We're about half race distance now, aren't we? 13.5 laps. Aldeguer leads by 5 seconds. Even right your picture. I mean, there's a lot you can pick from that. I don't think Bez will be getting too many. They would want Marc Marquez injured.
No, they're
good in the KTM. In the braking.
In front of it.
Well, with Pedro across the side. He's going to go wide. Marine up in there, and Alex Rins comes now up into Marquez in there. Alex, a little bit too feisty.
Waiting, then thinking, I think I've got half a chance because she's gone to the dirty part of the track. And
earlier with Fernandez there, for example, that racing off it, it's like marbles. You go all there or just get on to the.
How someone didn't go down, I know obviously, but isn't it funny how.
Yeah, I'll remind you about Alex Rins. Sick of Zeki is joining Marc Marquez in the match
this year. Is Jack Miller's smelling a podium and looking ever so lively.
Yeah, it's not easy for the Ducatis at all in 11th and 12th for 14th. That'll be his best return. Luca Marini was unable. If he doesn't, Alex.
On drive does is it allows you to pick the pocket. It's obviously clearly is it
Stram near. He also had a little tussle early on, and he has a 7-second lead in the race. Pedro Acosta's been scrapped, and while Acosta Rins second, Acosta third. Alex.
So he's levelled him in the braking zone. He doesn't have to. He did go wide, but not wide enough.
It's Pedro Acosta, the way he's held. QR code bottom right of your screen. That's 7.5 to go. Tighter, getting the drive out the corner. Surely no way through this weekend. Costa's been strong there all weekend.
Missed the apex by about a metre. We're near in the braking zone.
Here we go.
Take
goes
two.
escape, didn't he? Section. Pretty much. Here we go, on board with Alex Marquez. Now you wind up the wheel with us on the opening lap. That was that when they came through there. 110. What a turnaround in fortunes for him. 10th place back in Germany.
Breaks a little bit later and goes deep in complete different lines.
Across the line, I can see Alex Marquez.
Do really clever there. He then exit, so drifted across. How long have we got? 6 laps to go this time.
This is the battle for second.
Nice fast through that part, but it's one line, you can't get.
Not easy to pass Pedro Acosta. And Alex up to third place, or Pedro.
A slingshot, he's on the
to get away from him. Got to be wise to any rear wheel of Alex Marquez, and the front wheel and finally say that Alex is through. And then how many says Fabio Quartararo, for example, but nothing
in one sort of overhead making a V4.
A race that's really important. They've got a big arm. They've been are on for a 1-2 here with 4.5 laps roster now.
And Binder's closing fast.
Turn 13. Surely he runs once at this stage of the race.
Could be the soft.
You know he hasn't been perfect. Here comes Binder. Oh, yeah. Binder was opportunistic.
Similar to his brother in a way in Moto.
Al Fernandez. So, stand. Jack Miller and Fabio Quartararo. Medium rear tyre on. Well, I feel thankful for some of them because it might open the door for the 2 VR46 bikes. And
got lumps out of each other on numerous occasions. So much for that KTM, not one, a Binder. And if you're thinking, hang on a minute.
Marquez through the twistier section on Alex Marquez and back into.
Didn't look like he had the pace and he was more of a blocker, but.
Don't tell me that.
The fractured left shoulder in a thin back-to-back races. On a broken shoulder, that is your
seconds.
Just
to
the
Costa, just the 9 seconds, don't they? One of them a rookie. Going to be a few, aren't there? Over
but
the years.
I'll tell you what, annoyed that the younger Mercy.
Did you see the left-hand side of his tyre?
No, was it backed off a bit?
Yeah, scraggy. The left-hand. Fast corners. Here comes Marini now on. In terms of pace at the moment. Quartararo having another little odd.
Because I saw them side by side in the back of shot.
Alessio Salucci, yeah.
Lap for these two. I can hear his heart beating from here.
And could be about to be a rookie with
Paddock saying he's not ready for MotoGP, and all said this kid is sued, and he was battling at the front of a Moto2 race, and I'm like.
And it is very, very natural. It's rough. That's for 4th place in this race. What might have been, I think, heartbreak in the sprint yesterday. Takes victory in the Indonesian second for a Mercy at 1-2. Holds on to 4th ahead of redemption after yesterday. He led, but that is, you know, a win.
No one got near him. And if you look at him, I bet he's absolute
GP winner after Marc Marquez.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, well. And now, because as soon as you stop, there's no. Wow.
You won't believe dreaming about has just become the second about the young riders we've had coming through. More recently, Pedro Acosta, who still hasn't taken his 18th race, another one who did it in his first season as well. He shouldn't be second.
No, that's so impressive to watch.
That from the rookie of the year was Alex Mark. Alex just.
Well, he'll have seen it obviously.
Heroes welcome back in from 15th on the grid. Good night, and I know he's a massive rugby fan. Good couple of days. Taking it in his stride here, isn't he? That.
They Gav.